The difficulty to me started in 1939 when the Ukraine, when this called militia, Ukraine militia took over, and they came into our town, and from, like she said, from that day, see, I can't talk. We weren't allowed to hate laundry on Sunday and all those things, just to get you fighting about something. My first experience's difficulty was very painful. One of the first was we had a store, and two guys, militia guys, came into the store to buy things. But the most expensive things was sardines, those kind. So I jumped on the corner and I took down from the deal. I make a package, and then he smiled and he walked out with his package, and that was to me such a shock. That was my first experience of. And then their father came and apologized for them. Can you imagine? Their father. So anyway, I had a different story because until 1939 was okay. We were expelled from the school. There was one day when the teacher came out, the principal came up and said, I'm sorry to with tears in his eyes, I go. And he was, I'm sorry that this is, from now on, you cannot come to school. All the Jewish kids are expelled from the school. That was my first shock. They gave out all the Jewish properties for little, for their goyim. And this was a family that had 3 children. They didn't know a word what's going on in the grocery, and I was, the big one. I was supposed to help them out. In the meantime, I helped them out. In the meantime, I smuggled for ourselves and sold on the side, me and my brother. That was the second time. And then in 1941, my father was drafted to the work, Munkershaus, what they call it, work camp, working camp. Labor camp, okay, now I got it, labor camp. And it was very hard on us to live with that family in our house without my father. It was very hard. This is the second, My father came home from labor camp, and I still remember, you are used to have a beard and thinking he walked in without a beard, and that was to me so painful. I still feel about it. So we were taken away out from our house in Tisha B'Av for 1941 to the temple to transport it to Auschwitz. And, the family was gone already. And I survived because not because I was so smart. I wasn't afraid of working hard. I wasn't afraid of, somebody sent me, I give them two stamps. I was like a partisan. When they took us to the border, so one of the Ukrainian soldiers tried to get to me, sexually. At that time, I didn't know anything about this, but I was fighting, with the feet and this, and that survived me. By the time I got through, he got through with his cheshire, So that's when I survived. And that was personal. When we were running away from the Germans, we were about 4 of us. We were hidden in a cemetery because we were sure they're not going to come behind us. Until then, I was afraid even to look at the cemetery, but everybody was so shaky. There was no food. So somebody told us that there is a camp, not a camp, what do you call it? Okay, somebody said that there is a place they'll give you a job. So me and my cousin went out on a Sunday morning to that village to get a job. And this family got this, they had a pig farm. So they got the job to clean the pig farm, the big things, and making food for them. And at the end of the week, they gave us to take home a head of lettuce, a few potatoes, and that was the biggest thing about it. Okay. As we were wandering from place to place, one of the places, the boy was the son of the family looked at my brother's shoes, and he told the father, "I would like to have those shoes." And the father said, "Okay." He took off my brother's shoes, and then he left in wintertime. Don't let yourself go, and don't let yourself judge for what you are or who you are. And life goes on. The only way life can go on if you live with this issue. Don't give up.